Hello ladies and gents, my name is Sunny, Las Vegas Thrifts here on YouTube. If you're interested in making some more money on the side or working on going full time, then I recommend you hit the subscription button. Hit the like button to support those out there who are also sharing videos like mine who have other items that could help you select from picking or passing, so that way you're not wasting your money and bettering your options and coming across items that have the potential to sell. Now, there is a disclaimer about that because not every item out there will sell the same for others, and I think that's the reason why I like buying used items, is because they're less likely to be out there floating around as new retail arbitrage are. Everybody's competing with the find it now, list it now, hopefully it sells until somebody ends up dropping the price. In order to be successful, there is a time constraint. Here is where I'm at right now as of November 7th. I've made $10,996.04 in sales. Now, that is not subtracting the shipping costs, which is probably around $700, $800, and subtracting the taxes on the items that I've had. Being a full-time reseller in just 2 months, I've exceeded way more than what I've done as a part-time reseller. I do my best to list around $300 or more dollars worth of items, and my goal monthly is to reach near 4,000, and of course anything more than your goal. Let's dive into what sold, and I came across some Magic the Gathering cards. Other people in short call them MTG cards. I use an app called TCG Player to screen through these cards, and it's improved since the first time I've used that app 2.5 years ago from another purchase that I had at a garage sale for around 5,000 cards or so for $60. The recent box that I bought, or two boxes I bought for $10, $5 each, and one of the first 20 cards I came across within this buy sold to a friend for $425. I could have sold it on the app itself or on eBay for around $525, but I found that reaching out to my friend James for certain things relieves me in so many different ways. Not only did I give him a decent discount, and I also didn't have to worry about getting scammed for a large order for that card. Danny and James, hope you enjoy it and kick some butt when you compete playing with other people. Other cards that I found using the app, these two cards sold for $44.99. You could see underneath $44.99 that there is a discount on there because I have been running promotions on my store, which is one thing I never did before. And I also learned more about volume pricing, which is really good, and see that orders are picking up through that. Are two more of the MTG cards, $31.15. I do have shipping on all of my items listed before you, so I have free shipping and then include it in the item, but now I don't do that. People will pay regardless if they really want something. Three more cards, I bunched them up together rather than selling them separately. Sold for $53.40. This one sold, it was one of the first ones that sold for $37.60, $4 shipping. This card right here, I had three of them, but did want to list them separately. And the first one sold, I have two more. First one sold for $26.99. Another one that sold for $48.80. And as you see, shipping on the bottom. So not a bad buy for $10 and made all that money off of them. And I still have more cards to go through. But sometimes I just get so bored going through the same thing and it being so repetitive. I change it up by adding other items that I have either recently purchased or have sitting around. I come across this brand, seeing this brand, when I saw this on the rack for $13 and it being goose down feathers, I immediately looked at the actual label and saw that it was 80% goose down. Paid $13 for this. It sold within 4 days of listing, but right before it sold, this person who bought it actually private messaged me and asked for a lesser price for it, and without shipping. I believe it was $40 to include shipping. I replied back saying, I appreciate your inquiry, but I believe that the price that is at now, especially with a discount and new listing, that also for the price that I have it listed as. So about 2 minutes after sending that private message back, it sold right away to that person. So they're just right in Arizona too, and I feel like it's a pretty good price. I did pay $13 for it, and it sells well. I also come across hats, pants, other type garments of that brand. I got this Rosetta Stone for $2 at a garage sale. The husband looked at it, and as I grabbed it, he said, "That's Rosetta Stone, $10." His wife turned around, who was on the phone at the time, looked at it and said, "No, he could have it for $2." He argued $10. She turned around and looked at him like the meanest, most stern face, said $2. So I ended up buying it for $2, and it sold within a week of getting it and listing it for $54. The shipping cost with this, I had it on medium mail, but I also had the option of priority because some people want things fast. So I make sure for certain items I do this. Next item that's sold is an area pant. I got two other pants just like this, or similar to this, in my stash that I showed in the last video. Got a comment on Instagram, I believe, that this person usually passes them up, sees them for around $10, and they usually never sell for any more than $40. I would buy these jeans for $10 any day of the week, as long as they're in decent condition, even if I know they're going to sell for around $25 up to say $30, because they usually sell pretty good, and that would be what I consider bread and butter items. That's the difference of what resellers are to one another, is that we all have different comfort zones and what we're happy with. In these pants, like I mentioned, description, here are some of the things that I put inside there in the item specifics, because the requirements are a necessity. I don't fill in every little thing, but I do make sure I put in information, and it doesn't take long at all, especially me being a full-time reseller now. I have time on my hands, and I apply it to what it is that's making me successful and keeps continuing to bring my numbers up in sales. I came across a basket full of hats at a garage sale for $1 each. I had these hats listed for about a month. I think I had around 8 of them, and they all sold for this price. On here it shows 3 and that have sold. When I pulled one of the visors for an order, I realized that there was a lot more visors, and I'm not sure why I didn't actually put the correct quantity. So I was a little worried when I had to relist the item, and it was simple. Just go to my order of what sold and then sell similar, and then I added the new correct quantity, and those ended up selling right away. So I won't say keep your eyes out for these visors, because I believe this was one of those where luck is involved, and the only reason I got these visors was because they were only $1. Went to a garage sale about 2 months ago, and I ended up picking up this amongst other items for a $35 buy to include 2 Fenton items that could make me several hundred. A lamp. It's a very small lamp. I did make sure to add the height and weight of it inside the description, and I did test it, which was very easy. It did have its own bulb still inside there. Whether it's the genuine one or not, have no idea, but I did make sure to post a photo of it actually in use working. My wife ended up giving me this Korean drama set along with around, I think, 6 other dramas, DVD stuff. This sold for $58.50. I've come across this jacket 5 times already. This one sold within less than 24 hours of listing it, and it's actually a price that they usually sell for. I look for a material called aramid inside these jackets, and if it doesn't show aramid, I look at fire resistant, just like those Aria pants I mentioned earlier, because that type of material usually brings in more value for the item. So it sold for $98, shipping cost $14.15. I have around 300 or so hats, a mixture of snapback, fitted, strapback, flex fit. I don't know what else is out there, but I probably have that style of hat. Here's one that I bought for $4 probably around 6 months ago, if that, and it sold for $26.10. I felt because of the brim being fully covered and having a lot of metallic threads on there that it was going to sell for a pretty good price. So here's the story about this Brigade Quartermaster Woolly Pulley V-neck military sweater. I first seen 2 of them, but they were brown. I couldn't find anything on Brigade Quartermaster. And then when I went around the rack, I saw this one with the tag stuffed inside the sleeve. Then I ended up seeing a black one right next to it. So when I typed in Woolly Pulley, numbers started populating in eBay comps. And I went back to the other side where the 2 brown ones were, and this gentleman ended up scooping them up because they are good items to look out for and to sell. I got these for $7 each. Thank you for watching till the end. It definitely helps me and other videos you watch here on YouTube get people's watch time hours up, which I desperately need help on, as well as reaching the 1,000 subs on YouTube. Those two milestones are such a struggle, but it helps when people like yourself stick around and support people like me who want to just share what they learn to help other people learn and being successful. My name's Sunny. You're watching Las Vegas Thrifts here on YouTube.